mkdir slash test. mkdir. Make sure you put a slash in front and type test. And hit enter.
Okay. Now it's done.
Yeah. Now mount this. Go back. Type blkid. blkid is a very good command to get your information for your partition because it gives you the full path. Now type the command mount and paste that in there, then give a //test and hit enter.
Okay, it's mounted.
Okay, do df-h.
Yeah, it's been mounted to the test.
Okay, now go into test. cd//test. And if you do ls here, the files you created earlier in the account folder, it should be here.
No, mine is not there. It's just showing the lost and found.
Oh, because you didn't create the files there. Create the files now. Did you create the file touch, file 1, file 2, file 3 back then?
Yes, sir, I did.
You did?
Yes, sir. Let me.
Which folder you go back to CD and do ls there. You probably have created in your own home drive.
CD ls. CD. Oh, I think it's because I'm in a different. I think I'm in my first one, so it's not pulling it up.
Yeah, because you didn't create it. Okay, yeah, go ahead and go into the test now. cd/test.
Okay, so just create it there now.
Yeah, created it there now. You have the 4 files there?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. Okay, I have it in there now.
Okay, now go ahead and umount /test. Oh, you need to get out of the test folder before you do that, because if you do that, it will give you the error message. It will tell you it's busy. So you have to type umount /test and hit enter.
Okay, done.
Now do df-h. It's gone, right?
Yeah, yes sir, it's gone.
Okay, so using the arrow, bring your line back. Here, mount. And then mount it back to accounting this time. Mount it /accounts. ACCOUNTS. If that's the one you created.
So money back to accounting?
Yep.
Okay, it's mounted back to account.
Do df-h and make sure it's there.
Yep, it's there.
Now go into accounts and see the files are there.
Okay. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah. So what you make out of that? What you make out of that is you don't have to have same exact folder sitting in there, okay? But it's good to know that the data on that folder where you're creating is actually being created onto the mount point. Okay, this is where the data is getting saved. Any questions? Everybody else is caught up? Adil, are you caught up?
Not really, but I think you can go ahead. Otherwise, if you want to just give me a quick recap, like what commands we ran so far.
Okay, do DFFNH, are you still mounted?
Yeah, actually, I joined a little bit later, so.
Yeah, go ahead and go into the DFFNH and go ahead and go into the accounts folder. Are you in there now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and create some 4 files in there. Touch file 1, file 2, file 3.
Okay.
So the files are in there now, right? LS, if you do
Yes.
LS.
Yeah.
Okay, so get out of there, just go
And
back to
there's
your.
also lost and found.
Yeah, it's okay for now. So just type CD and get out of there. You jump back to your home directory.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and create a folder mkdir space /test.
Okay, so I was trying to create it earlier, and now that I try to do it again, it says file exists.
Okay, so it's probably is there. So, all right, just umount UMOUNT /accounts. That the accounts folder which is mounted to our partition. So you just type that and hit enter.
Okay.
And if you type DFFNH, it's not there anymore, right?
Let's see. That's right, it's not there.
Okay, now what you want to do is type BLKID so that you get the information. BLKID and hit enter.
Okay.
And copy that part dev/bapper/gmpt01-accounting. Okay, now type the command mount, then paste that information, and space /test TEST.
Okay.
All right, hit enter.
DFFNH.
Yeah, DFFNH and see if it's mounted. Is there now?
Yeah, it's there. It's there, yeah.
Okay. Now what you want to do is go ahead and go into that folder.
Going to test.
Yeah, go into the test folder
Okay, I'm in.
and see the files are in there.
Yep, the files are in there.
Okay. So what you make out of it is whatever you're creating, if it's mounted to that particular folder, the files will be carried on to this
Okay, with the
partition. Okay, so the folder is just a viewing window. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is so DFFNH, you type umount /accounts. What this will do is this will unmount the. So everybody got the concept, like mounting and unmounting. Mounting is it's like a horseback saddle. You put your when you jump on the horseback on the saddle, you're putting yourself mounting. I mean, putting a saddle on the back of a horse is called mounting. So you're mounting the saddle on it. That is where actually this coming in from. Old days, if you go back 100 years, if you tell mount this, what he'll do is he'll take the saddle and put it down on the back of the horse. It's called mount. Unmount is take it off. So, but the command is umount, not unmount. So the commands are umount accounts, and it will take it out of there. Okay, I think there should be enough information here. So now there is one very important thing you have to remember. So there is a file, you have to make it permanent. Make permanent in FS tab. So what happens here is there is a file called etcfs tab. What happens is it keeps this information here, mounting information, and when the system reboots, it mounts it for you and keep it ready for you. So let's take a look here. Actually, let me put something in there at least. Okay, so etc make permanent in fs tab. So okay, what it means is the etc fs tab file, etc fs tab file is a system configuration file that contains all the disk and disk partitions and their mount points. So when the system reboots, it will automatically mounts the file system it will automatically mount the file system. Okay, good. So what happens now is, if I have this file system here, okay, it's not in there now, but if I want to make it permanent, when the system reboots, okay, there's going to be more than one or two file systems here. If the system going to reboot, it's going to be a disaster, right? If somebody want to use this, if the file system is not there, it's going to be a problem. So to avoid that, what you're going to do is you're going to put that into a file. So everybody go into the file vi/etc/fs tab. Okay, go down in here and before that quit this. Everybody do blkid. Let's do everybody do df-h, and if the file system is mounted, go ahead and unmount it. umount /accounts or test, whatever you have in there, and hit enter and make sure it's not mounted anymore. df-h.
When I try unmounted, it says
Busy?
target is busy.
Yeah, because you're sitting in that folder here. So just cd and hit enter, you get out of there.
Got it.
Okay, now go ahead and type blkid and go ahead and copy this information here, and once just click on it and copy, and then keep it copied there. It will copy to the clipboard. Everybody go into vi/etc/fs tab and hit enter. Okay, everybody scroll down, go down here and push letter O. It will open up a new line in there. And just right click and paste. Okay? Yeah, what you got?
Mr. Savat, my own, when I open mine is a blank, is a blank page.
Because go back, quit, go back out of it. Make sure you're typing a /etc/fs tab.
Let me try. I'm trying to quit this thing.
Shift : escape out of this, push the escape key and push Shift : and push Q.
No editor command. Okay, I'm out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you're typing it right. VI space / etc / fs tab Frank Sam TAB.
Okay.
Okay, now go all the way to the last line and push the letter O so that it will open up a new line in the edit mode.
Okay, and then?
And then whatever you have copied, just right click on that, it will paste it for you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the last step? Go all the way down, you said?
Yeah, go all the way down on the keyboard using the keyboard. Last line. When it's highlighted at the last line, do O as in Oscar. It will go into the insert mode. At the same time, it will open up a new line. Are you there?
No, I actually accidentally deleted some stuff in there.
Oh, don't do that, dude.
So I'm trying to come out of it and then go back in.
Hit the escape key.
Okay.
And hold on to U key. It will undo whatever you have done. It will say on the bottom you are back to the earliest undo or whatever.
Actually, it's not doing it for me. What if I just quit and then come back in?
Okay, quit and come back.
Alright, now go all the way down. Do I hit I first?
O will do the trick. As long as you are insert mode, you're good.
Oh, okay.
And just paste this. If not, manually type it in exactly the way you see it on my screen, because I think everybody use the same exact spelling.
Okay, I got it.
Then give it a space there. Then type /accounts. Okay.
Okay.
Then tab couple times here so that your cursor is aligned with XFS. So type XFS.
Okay.
And then tab, you're in align with defaults, type defaults. And tab again 0 space 0. This is how you have to mount it here. What this is saying is it's telling, it's basically this part is the mounting part, right? You get it right when you run the mount part. Mount this file system to this folder, and you're telling it this is XFS file system and these are the defaults. So this part, don't worry about it. We don't need to worry about this part. But hold on, let me go up and see the file system we created is XFS, right? No, actually we created the file system ext4. So wherever that XFS is, that part should be ext4. ext4. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, escape, save and exit. Shift X. Shift:X.
Got it.
And if you type dff-h, is not there yet. Now type the new command, mount space -a as in apple, and hit enter. What this does is, mount -a, it reads the etc fs file and mounts the file system for you. Whichever one is missing, it will mount it for you. So if you're not getting any error, somebody is having problem. Who's having problem? And then you type dff-h, you see your accounts is there. Who's having that? Who is having problem?
I am.
Who is that?
It's Ali.
Ali. You. What is the problem?
Ali, yeah.
You cannot get out of it, right?
Right, that's correct.
Why you cannot get out of it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I put escape, shift X, and it's not doing anything.
What is the message on the bottom?
Yeah. That's the thing, it's not even giving me any message at all. That's where I'm confused at.
Just do Q. Instead of X, do Q.
So shift Q, okay.
Shift:Q.
Okay, entering. Yeah, so now it's telling me entering EX mode, type visual to go to normal mode.
Okay. Alright, hold on. Give me a team viewer.
It's 469-209-539.
Password.
7VU4J3CI.
7 what?
7V, V as in Victor, U as in umbrella, 4, J as in Jack, 3, C, 1.
Okay, you did good here. Okay, so get out of this. Escape
Okay,
shift
push
colon.
escape.
Yeah. Just do once. Don't make to. Yeah, cool. X. All right. Now do DFF and H. Okay, it's not there, right? Now run the command U mount. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry. Delete that.
Mount.
Mount space -A. Enter. Now do DFF and H. There you go. It's mounted.
Oh.
Where did this information came from? This command, it read the information which is sitting inside the FS tab, and whichever one is not mounted, it will mount it for you. Did you get it?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Everybody, I need that resume kind of thing. Yeah, we have only 3 weeks left, and nobody has sent me. I think somebody have sent me, but not everybody. If you guys are serious, I need your help to help you. Okay, I cannot help you if you don't help me. I'm giving you every bit of information here. And also, I heard there is for people in Illinois, there is a data center going up. Microsoft data center is going to come up in Hoffman States. There is a Facebook data center coming in DeKalb, and there is another one that I think just got approved. It might be ready in like a year or two. But, you know, so when it comes to a data center, these are the jobs the data center will require. It requires a Linux person, which is what you guys are going to be. Okay, so it's clear in your mind here, right, how this thing is working? I mean, I'm really happy you guys are progressing really good. So now if you did one, the other things will come easy for you. I'm going to paste it in here. Can't type today because of you, Aliu. I'm gonna explain you a little bit more in detail so that it drives on better. So, what is it actually happening here? So this part
I have a question.
yes, sir.
Why we do mount actually?
You mount so that the file system you created, you could use it for, you could start using it. If you don't mount it, you won't be able to use the file system. We created the file system. If you go up earlier here, we created the file system accounts, right? And this is a ext4. This is a ext4 file system. So what you might want to do is, give me 1 second here. My wife is here. ऐसा आके ना ऐसा हाथ डालना फर्स्ट उसमें फर्स्ट ऐसे जो हाथ डालते हैं जेब रहता है तो वो पड़ रहा है फिर मैं टेक्स्ट करो कितने लोग अगर उसका पासवर्ड बोले तो पासवर्ड नहीं ऑपरेट करना ऐसा खाली भी करना और अगर पूछा तो गैस स्टेशन को पूछ सकते गैस डलाना दो Okay, I'm back here. So we created this file system here, but the way here the system creates is it creates in this format here. The file system we created, in the end it will create in this format here. For you to start using that partition, you have to make a directory and put it into any folder. In this case, we just name it account so that it's matching with the accounting department. Okay, so once you do this, you cannot go into this folder here, but you could go into this folder here. Whatever you're gonna write in this folder is gonna write here. Are you good now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this part here, oh God. This is our file system. And what is the term for this part? This is a folder though, but I said this is something. What is this? This is mount point. And this is the type of file system. And the defaults and all that, don't worry about that. Okay, so only thing you have to worry about is this much. But when you're putting in there, you have to put in this information here, default. Just copy it from up here. Okay, I'm gonna give a 2-minute pause and ask anybody have any questions. Okay, so now this is where we are right now with everything what we have done. If you look at visually, this is what we just did from yesterday up until today. This is where we arrived. So we have disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. First disk is SDB1, SDC, and SDE. First disk is 4 GB, 8 GB, 8 GB. So what we did is we put everything together and made a 20 GB out of it. And then what I did was I created the partition, required partition, which is 3 GB, and the file system is ext4. I still owe you guys what ext and XFS. Okay, I'm getting, it's a tongue twister. XFS file system. I'll tell you a little later here, but let me explain that to you. So now let's continue on. So what are we left with? We need to create the rest of them. This is done. This part is done, right? Now what we need to do is we need to create finance, HR, and database. So this is going to be in quick session here. Rest of the file system. Now creating rest of the file system for finance, HR, database. So let's revisit this. let me quit out of this. So most of the time, this is what you're gonna do is clear, you do VGS, and you have 16 GB left. Okay, this is the very first command. You do VGS. And you verify you have 16 GB of space available. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do lv create -n. So if you are confused, you go back up here and I gave you the information here, creating the LVM from the scratch. So you have to follow this formula here. LV create -n, and this time around we're gonna give it the name finance, and -l, and what is the size they wanted? What is the size is 5 gigabytes. 5G. And where are you cutting this out of? You're cutting this out of ZMPT1 and hit enter. Okay, it created that. Let's go ahead and create the second one. LV bring this line back up. All you have to do is HR. And it created that. And the database is, let's just not worry about database here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a database, right? So database, I need it for whatever, I need it for 10 GB. And it says insufficient disk is available there. So what I'm going to do is VGS, and I'm going to say another 5 GB for database also for now.
How do you undo this? I accidentally created HR and database at 5G.
It's fine.
No.
For now, it's fine. They both are 5G, right? I did a 5G
Yeah.
myself too.
All three of them.
Yeah, it's fine. All three of them are 5G now. Okay, so this part is insufficient. I did 5G for all of them too. I'm going to come back and then I'll show you how to increase it to 10 GB because there is not enough space to begin with. Has insufficient space. Okay, now let's continue on. What is the next step after this? Let's create the file system. So VGS, verify the available disk space. Create file system. Create the logical volumes. And now let's create the file system. So it's the same command for creating the file system. mkfs.xfs. Okay, and now before that you have to do blkid actually. blkid. Oh, it's not showing here, right? Clear lsblk. Give me 1 second here. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, so the command is lvs. There should be a better command. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. let's see if this will work. LV display grep ZMPT01. Okay, good. Okay, so when you run this command here, it will give you the information. Get the LV information. So the one we are interested in here is this one. This is the one we are interested in. Highlight, highlight, and highlight. Okay, so the command is going to be now the command is going to be mkfs.xfs, and then accounting is already done, right? So now we're going to do finance and hit enter. It did that. We do the for HR mkfs.xfs, and we'll do it for dev.gmpthr. Now we have to do it for the last one. mkfs.xfs, and you run this command. All right, so I'm gonna take this extra information out. I never really worry about that, okay? I'm just gonna leave the command in here. Create XFS file system. So remember, I think I told you file system is nothing but a format. Like in your home, someplace in your home is carpeted, someplace in your home is hardwood floor. Okay, that's all. That's the best comparison I could make. But I'll show you what is the biggest challenge in here. Okay. So you have made the file system here. Okay. Now create corresponding directories. It's very easy. So far I've been only explaining you, but I'll give you the smallest possible way to create this, and do that 100 times. Practice it as much as you can, then you'll be good. Create the corresponding directories, also called mount point. So it's simple here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the screen. mkdir/finance mkdir/ what I'm gonna do HR mkdir/database. Make entries into the FS tab. You could go ahead and directly make the entries into the FS tab, no problem. So here, go ahead and since you have information here, right? What you could do is grab this information here, but that information will not work. So make entries into the FS tab. So now since you have created the file system, do BLKID, and we are interested in this information here. Block ID, and we are interested in this information here. Okay, finance. Make sure you don't copy the extra part. After finance there is a colon there, don't copy that. And if you look closely here, this is a XFS file system now. The other one was ext4. So what you do is you prepare it in here. Then give it a space there. Then do the finance/tab. Okay, do this in WordPad. Notepad. Okay, so I'm going to open a Notepad. So Notepad it doesn't have this kind of information, so it is easier for you to do it. Okay, when you come to finance, give it a tab and type /finance. Tab /HR tab /database. Okay, and on top, okay, you could definitely go back into VI etc FS tab. VI etc FS tab. And then you could relate to this here when you're creating this. Then give it a tab. Now instead of ext4, I'm going to give XFS. Defaults. and 0 space 0. XFS defaults 0 space 0. XFS 0 space 0. Okay, go ahead and copy this. It looks good here. So what you do is you right click copy and you go into VI ETCFS tab and you open a new line and right click and just paste it in there. That's it. And save and exit out of it. Okay, now what you have to do is, if I do df-h, it's not there. What did I say? You need the command to do it. What was the command to read it from the FS tab?
df-a.
Yeah, that's a good command, but what is the command to read it from the FS tab? Mount what?
Is it mount -A?
Yes, sir. Mount -A. Clear the screen. df-h. Right now, only the one we created is there, the one previously, but not the three we created here, right? So if I do mount -A, let me give you some space. Mount -A. See, it didn't give you error message, and if I type df-h, there you go. Beautiful. Everything you just worked hard is there. So don't freak out. I'm going to give you the small version of this. This is only for the explanation. When I give you the small version, you'll be surprised how easy it is. All right, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break or 15-minute break. We'll come back on the top of the hour, okay, at noon Central. I will take a break here and because you guys need a break. So let's take a break and then we'll be back and then we'll go from there. Break starts now. Ali, I saw your message. The reason you're getting that is you have to create the directories. Do this here, mkdir, finance, HR, and database, and do mount -A. Are you there?
I'm creating it now.
Okay.
it's still telling me the same thing.
mkdir/HR.
Oh, that's what. Okay, that's what it is. I didn't put the slash. I always
How
forget
could
the
you miss
slash.
that? Come on, man.
I don't know. HR slash database. So yeah, so the mount -A, it didn't. I put it. It didn't give me any error. So
Okay. Now do df-h.
yep, all mounted.
Okay, good. All right. So this is what it is. From yesterday to today, it's not a big deal here. Okay, it is very easy.
Can I ask a question too?
Yeah.
So after we created these 3 folders, and then why do we have to go into VI to mount them? Why can't we just use mount?
No, in VI
Aspects?
we are making it permanent here.
And what does that mean? We're not going to be able to unmount it?
No, you should be able to unmount it, but what happens is when the system reboots, I think I put it here, right? When the system reboots, it will it will read this file here. So make permanent in FSTab. So what happens is during the system boot process, one of the process is it will read this file. The system will read this file, and whatever the files are listed in here, it will mount it for you. So these files are already in there, right? Each time when we reboot, it's already mounting it for you because it doesn't need to worry about that.
Oh, okay, thanks. That explains it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and if you get a kick out of it, go ahead and unmount something and do mount-a. You could do that too. Let's go ahead and do umount finance. Umount finance, right? And if I do df-h, finance is not there anymore. Now if I do mount-a, it reads from the FS tab, etc FS tab, and now you should be able to see the finance mounted again. Okay, now our challenge is we are supposed to have this at 10 GB, but we are still stuck at 5 GB. Now we're gonna add another hard drive in here. Mount-H. All this is good. So what is the result we have so far? The result is accounting, HR, and okay, finance, right? Finance was 5 GB, XFS file system, and HR it was 5 GB. Oh, come on. And the file system was XFS and database is 5 GB and the file system is XFS. So now what we're going to do is now we will add the hard drive. Now we will extend, we will add additional hard drive to increase the ZMPT01 space. Right now ZMPT01 is 4 GB, 8 GB, 8 GB, right? 4 GB, 8 GB, 8 GB, a total of 20 GB. And we need to have database added another 5 GB, so we don't have enough space. So if you do VGS, database has another 2 GB left. What we really need is another 5 GB. And it cannot have anything more than 20 GB because 20 GB is the maximum. And out of that, 18 GB has been used and only 2 GB is there. And there is 4 LVM here. Remember yesterday we had 0, now it's 4. How is 4? It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the another hard drive here. So let's do LSBLK. We kind of skipped SDD, right? It's sitting there and getting wasted, and it has 16 GB, right? So what we're gonna do is we did LSBLK. LSBLK is the command. We will add this disk to ZMPT01. Pretty simple. First you identify the disk, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna run the pv create command. Now prepare the disk. Prepare disk for LVM. So what is the command I used earlier? pv create. pv create /dev/sdd. Right? SDD. Okay, so it has successfully created or prepared the disk for LVM. Now add the disk to the volume group. Add the disk to volume group. Which volume group we are dealing with? ZMPT01. So what we're gonna do is there's a new command, vg extend. Earlier we did VG create, right? But now since the create is already there, all we do is extend. EXTEND. VG extend. What are we extending? ZMPT01. And what are we attaching it to? /dev/SDD. It says volume group ZMPT1 successfully extended. You see VGS. There you go. We have another 16 GB added here. Total 18 GB is there. All right. Any questions? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna, before the end of the class, I'm gonna give you everything you need to worry about it in like few commands only. That's all you need to do. Okay. Now extend database logical volume. Which is our database logical volume is this one here.
Sorry to interrupt, but that VG extend command didn't work for me. I don't know what I missed.
Is this uppercase?
VG extend space type slash ZMPT01, and then there is a space.
Yeah, there is a space.
And then /dev/SDD.
Yeah.
It says it has invalid characters.
So, did you create PV create first?
Yeah, and that was successfully created.
And then you do VG extend ZMPT01, then space /dev/SDD.
Yeah, and it gives me. Let me try one more time. It says ZMPT01 has invalid characters.
Okay, do VGS and hit enter.
Okay. And it's still giving me just 2 GB of free.
What does it look like? The VG is that how you spelled it?
VGEXTEND.
And then VG, the name of the VG. Okay, give me your team viewer.
Okay. Open it up. Alright, it's 469 184 188.
Okay. No, password.
Password is A89QE2.
Oh, no. You don't have to type a / before ZMPT. Why are you typing / before it? Yeah, take out the /.
Okay, we're good. Thanks.
Now do VGS. There you go. Now it's 18 GB.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, so now let's move on. So now what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and create, extend the volume group. Database. So now let's go ahead and see here LVS. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add add 5 GB more, add 5 GB more to database. Okay, over here okay, now what we're going to extend the database logical volume. So so we found out, I'm showing here what is this doing here, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear it, a new command, lv extend. The other one was VG extend. Now this is LV extend. LV extend hyphen L means logical volume. Let me give some space here. LV extend hyphen L means logical volume. Then do a plus sign, plus 5G. So we are adding 5G on top of what is already there. And then the full path of the volume group. Logical volume, you have to give the full path. Okay, so what it means here. So this is the command. L means logical. And this 5G is added additional. Add 5G. Add 5G. Add 5 GB on top of existing. And then which one actually you want to extend? Volume group you want to extend. Okay, simple. Not too complicated here. Okay, and you hit enter. Okay, and it says it is successfully resized. Okay, it is successfully resized here. But if you see df-h, the database is still 5, right? So it's still not recognized by the operating system. So what you have to do is you have to run this command here. xfs underscore grows. xfs grow fs, and then you have to give this information here. You're telling it to grow the file system. We added it, now grow it. Okay, so what it did, it was it resized it automatically for you.
Can I see the command again?
Yeah. Okay, the command is xfs underscore grow fs. It's all one word. And then the file system. dev/mapper/zmpt01 database.
Got it, thank you.
Okay, and if I do df-h now, there you go. Now it's whopping 10 gigabytes. So the file system has grown. All this is being grown while at the same time the business database team may be doing like heavy database transactions and all that. They would never know we extended it without even damaging anything. Do you see the beauty now? We physically added a drive and the people didn't even know. When we did this here, people didn't even know what actually has happened. So to get this visual here, what we did from here to here, from here to the place we have done this. So what we did now is we added another hard drive here. Okay, dev/sdd.
I have another question when you're done.
Yeah,
with
go ahead.
this. Oh, so when I did df-h, so I have like /finance/hr/accounts, but before database it says /root/database. Where did I do wrong?
Is it not coming up or what?
No, it's coming up, but it also has root in front of it before it. So it says /root/database. And it does have 10 gigabit.
Yeah, this is correct.
Megabyte.
Does it look like mine?
It's exactly the same except for just before database it says /root.
Because that is where.
Created it somewhere else.
No, you mount it into this database. When you created the folder, you created the folder into /root folder. You didn't create it in just root. Okay, it's okay. That is okay too.
Okay.
You just have to be careful what place you are mounting it to.
Okay.
Because when you have created here, you may not have paid attention. All you had is mkdir database.
Okay.
Instead of /database. Okay, that may have done it.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what I did.
Okay, now. So this is 36 GB and this is still 10 GB. And how much is available? Let's go take a look here. So another 13 GB is available. Okay, so this is see how the picture have changed. Let's take a look here at the pictures we have done. Okay, so earlier, even before that, okay, so this is where we started here. Here we only identified 3 disks: SDB, SDC, and SDE. Okay, then we did BLKID and we tell them to be part of LVM, and then after that we ran so many commands here and the picture has changed. We took 3 drives and we put it together and make it a 20 GB. Why 20 GB? Because of the size of each individual drives. Okay, now then we got a request here to create the file system here, but this database won't fit, but we went ahead and created it anyway. And now, so we did accounting. This is what the picture looked like. We walked through it, continued on, and then we created 3 more file systems. Okay, so still we are here. So now this part is done, so we're gonna continue working on this here. So we ran all those things here, boom, we are over here. 3 hard drives and all the space is being used, almost all, and we need to extend this to 5 GB. Okay, so now we didn't have enough space, so we went back here and we identified another hard drive here. We identify, oh, we have one more hard drive here. So if the hard drive is not already there, you tell the Wintel team to add another hard drive. They'll do it for you, or site services if it's a physical server. Okay, then you come here, you do lsblk, it will show up here. We identified the correct drive, we did pv create, we added it, and we went through all that, and we did the command lv extend and then intended. We did xfs grows, and after that we did boom, we are on to 10 GB. And now the final picture looks like this. So we have 4 hard drives and we have 13 GB available. Now what happened is, let's take a look here. Our hard drive SDB has failed. We got a notification that SDB has failed and we need to kick it out of the file system here. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do that. So we found out that we had the SDB is corrupt. SDB disk is corrupt and needed to be removed. So what you're gonna do is, let's see here, lsblk, So what you have to do is you have to look into here and see this one is 16 GB, 10 GB is gone, and it still has 6 GB left. And then this SDB is holding a 3 GB. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to move this file system accounting onto here. But before that, I haven't tried this here. Let me see if we could try remove it without moving it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this LSBLK. I'm removing this drive here, SDB, which is 4 GB. So I'm gonna do PV remove and then /dev/SDB. Let's see if this is just a hunch here. I'm just checking if this way. This may or may not work here. Please reduce the VG, reduce and all that here. Okay, so it's not going to remove that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do LSBLK. So whatever the partition I have here, the thing from here, I'm going to move it to SDD. Okay. So what I'm going to do is PV move /dev/SDB, and I'm moving it to /dev/SDD. Okay. So I did LSBLK. SDB. PV move. Move the partition from dev/SDB to dev/SDD. Note SDD has dev/SDD has enough disk space. Okay, so you are gonna have to eyeball it and see if it has enough disk space. Then you would do it. You move this, and if you do LSBLK, SDB should be orphan now. SDB doesn't have any file system, anything on that. So the accounting file system got moved from SDB to SDD. And at the same time is still available. People who are working in accounting, they are clueless that something has happened on the server. Okay, I'm telling you guys, this is why you will be get paid big money for this kind of jobs. LVM is very, very important. But these things you don't do it barely. You could stop. You could practice up until here. You could practice up until here. This is the extra thing I'm showing you, which is good to know. Honestly, at my work, I never have to do this PV move and all that. I never really have to do it because most of the servers are virtual, and virtual disk never fails. But I thought I should show you guys all this here, so that's why I'm doing this. So it moved. Now I'm gonna. So it got moved here. Moved from dev/sdb. Okay, still interesting? Who doesn't feel this is interesting anymore? Okay, now this disk remove this disk. And this is what it got moved. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove it now. Okay, so let me clear the screen. If you do VGS, it still has 4 disks in their physical volume. Remove from volume group ZMPT01. Okay, so you run this command, you get the information. So here you see it's still 4, right? So now the command would be vg reduce. vg reduce volume group reduce, and which volume group you are reducing it to? ZMPT01, and the drive dev/sdb. It says removed SDB from volume group. If you do VGS, there you go. It's down to 3. That's all we need to worry about.
Sir, may I see the remove command again, please?
Yeah. The command is vg reduce. VG reduce ZMPT dev/SDB. Okay, finally, if you do PVS, you see this one has been removed. It is not part of any volume group. Not part of any volume group. And finally, there is a last command here. PV remove dev/SDB. It wiped the hard drive. You need to wipe the hard drive. Okay, that's all there is. Anybody has any questions? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the assignment each and every bit. I'm not gonna do this ask you to do the assignment on your own. I'm gonna give you every instruction to do that, okay? I'm gonna ask you to do the assignment on F, G, and H, and instead of ZMPT, I'm gonna change it to data 01 or 02, whatever. Okay, and then you could play around in here, and then you could go on to the second server, and then if you have already not done it, you could do that too. Finally, if you want to reset everything, there is a command you could do this. What you could do is VG remove volume group remove ZMPT 01-Y. It's very dangerous command. It's going to delete everything. Don't do this if you don't have to. Okay, so I think I have done everything in here. I'll put the assignment out, and it should be fairly easy. You shouldn't have too much problem doing it. But I hope everybody get out of this here. So what I'll do is, in the assignment place, I'll put in assignment 5 here and just follow those steps one by one. I'm gonna give you everything one by one on its own. Okay, maybe assignment 2, once you have done that many times, then you could do it other individual assignments on your own. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Please use the chat if you have any questions. If you don't have any questions, and if you know everything, if you think you could help people in the group, go ahead and tell them that you could help them, and they'll reach out to you.